Hello, guys. Welcome to this live broadcast. My name is LaCour. I'm your big brother, your friend, your training partner, mentor, the buff dad you never had, just guy just like you going through the journey of life, working hard every single day. We got this new year coming upon us. I'm just like you, working hard to become my best, both inside and outside the gym. That's what MANformation is all about. I'm so glad you're here. As you come on to this live broadcast, make sure that you say hello. And the vast majority of hard-working, ambitious men like you do watch this in the replay version. So if that's you, make sure that you post your comments, your questions, your suggestions down below. Like, love, share the feed if you're so moved. Thank you so much for the loves there. It doesn't matter, again, if you're watching this live on a replay version. I come to you just a little bit every single day going through this journey of life to inspire you, entertain you, distract you, whatever you're coming here for. Hello, Charles. Good to have you here, sir. So as more ambitious men come on to this live broadcast, we'll do a couple sets for you. Got a message for you today, and I also want to direct you to some resources. Here we are. It's the beginning of the year. A lot of people are going to be talking about the goals that they have for this upcoming year. Maybe that's you too. There's some people who are pro setting goals at the beginning of the year. Some people are anti setting goals, but regardless if you have a strong opinion either way, there's going to be so much talk on social media, in the news, about you can't help but think about what you did this past year and what you have planned coming up. Because there's just going to be so much talk about it. So make sure that you say hello when you come on to this broadcast. I'm so glad you're here. So how was 2017 for you? You guys happy with what you were able to produce, the life that you lived? We spent a lot of time together. If you've been following me on these live broadcasts on all my social media platforms, did a lot of live broadcasts, learned a lot about you. I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about the process, and that's what I always love sharing with you, a lot about the process. Hello, Raul. Good to have you here, brother. Happy New Year to you. I have some resources down below. Every Sunday, I will be doing the MANformation Podcast. It is back. Every Sunday, you can go to my skiplacour.com website, and that'll be on iTunes and Stitcher too. The MANformation Podcast, it's back. I've been doing it on and off for about 8 or 9 years. Down below, I have the link. I started off last week, and what I talked about is the top 10 life lessons that I learned in 2017. Already getting a lot of feedback from that. That was a podcast theme that was inspired a few years ago by some of my one-on-one coaching clients. One in particular talked about how that bit of clarity, that insight meant so much to him, so wanted to make sure I do that. So that link is down below, and that is the top 10 best life lessons that I learned in 2017. The MANformation Podcast is going to do another one again today. I want to talk about, give you a little insight into what today's podcast is going to be. That's going to be posted a little bit later on skiplacour.com in the MANformation section. All right. Do a couple more sets here for you guys. Man, I am ready for this upcoming year. All right, I got a message for you today. I'm always going to have a message when I come to you during these live broadcasts. Today I want to talk about something that I have been guilty of the past, and then time and being resourceful and gritty and finally figuring things out, it kind of helped me understand that although my way of thinking made sense, and I wonder if it makes sense to you too, when I finally cracked the code, that may have not been the most effective and efficient way about going for what I really want in life. And that's when I said, okay, I will take a chance. I will go for what I really want, whether it was the big goal, whatever that might be. Maybe in business, maybe it's in bodybuilding, or an aspect of my bodybuilding and fitness career, the business end of it. So business, my goals, my dreams, relationships. And so I like to think of myself as I think about things thoroughly, and I said, okay, after I do this, and that, check. When I do all those things, then I'm gonna be ready to go for my really big goal in life, all right? And what I've realized over time when I finally did achieve those goals, that what was holding me back were certain fears. Certainly, if you've never achieved a certain goal, especially a big, huge goal, you just don't know what it tastes like, it smells like, feels like, right? You're not gonna know how to do it. Even if you're on the right route, sometimes we don't know that we're on the right route, and we stop and then only find out later we were on the right route, right? There's always gonna be uncertainty along the way. It takes a big thinker, big, huge imagination just to get going on that route, and I think you know what that's like. But sometimes what I would do is I would try to get what I call all my ducks lined up. And again, that made sense to me. After I did finally achieve the goal, what I realized is that emotion is what drove me to figure out what to do. Dot all the I's, cross every T's, to be resourceful and gritty enough, to stick it out, to find one more way, to have sleepless nights, or can I do this? I'm not quite sure, right? It was emotion that drove me, and that emotion is what had me try one more time, stay up later at night, and finally crack the code. Something that I know that you can do it, you've seen other people do it. It's just all about cracking that code, right? So sometimes we want to be logical in our approach and line up all our ducks, where it's really the emotion, both fear, oh my God, if I got to do this, I can't stand anymore, holding back. I can't stand it any longer. I got to get out of this position. I know I can do it. It's pain, it's angst, it's fear if you don't hurry up and get on this. What would you think about yourself? What would life be like, right? And all the positive emotions, the imagination, what impact you can make on the world, what you would feel about yourself when you finally make the impact on the world. Someone on my YouTube channel yesterday talked about, besides confidence, besides achieving goals, besides the physical body, there's a lot more to all this life than just that, Skip. And I want to believe that he has not watched a lot of these MANformation videos, or read my blog posts, or read in too much depth. Sure, here I am at 55 years old with my shirt off doing a live broadcast. Obviously, I make fitness a priority in my life. Obviously, I know how much your mental state, how much confidence you have and don't have is going to affect what you do every single day, and your sense of control and what you experience, how much enjoyment along the way. That mindset is so important, right? I also understand your goals, which may be different than my goals or anybody else's goals. That's your guess that will bring you the emotions that you want, right? I want to believe that you're getting a lot more out of this than just your physical body and just about achieving goals and about being selfish, right? I am here with you today because I want you to have a better life than I did. I learned a lot of things along the way. I was resourceful and gritty. I failed many times. I want you to have a better life than me sooner. And what I get the big throughout out of this is the contribution to you. when you are more confident, when you crack the code, when you achieve your goals, when you are that physical body. A lot of people, as you know, can't get themselves to take action. They can't stop eating the food. They can't get to the gym. And they're just amazing people. Maybe you're one of them. They're amazing people. They've got great families. They got great business. They contribute to the world. And I'll tell you, I work with so many guys one-on-one, and because they can't control that day-to-day eating, they can't control getting up and going to the gym and their physical health, it dampens, it lessens everything that they do to contribute to the world and providing for their family, everything they've accomplished. So you being that physical example, it's just not about you. This certainly isn't just about me, and my family, who I share with you openly. So make your life a little bit better. So, people who think you're just in your body or you're just into personal development, they just don't get you. They don't get you. And I hope that you understand that the greatest gift that you can give the world is your own personal development, right? So again, the direct route is the best route when you can really get in touch with what you really want and why it's so important to you. And you'll find out later that you could have probably taken that direct route. I'm going to talk about that a lot more on the podcast that will be posted later on today, the MANformation Podcast. I'm going to talk about how the direct route is always the best route. All right, the direct route is always the best route. And I'm going to build a rock solid case on maybe how you may rethink this of waiting until you have all these things done and all these things accomplished before you can get what you really want. And that can be relationships. That was something that I put aside until I had all these accomplishments, only to realize maybe that wasn't the best approach. Maybe if I were to go directly towards that, here I am now, a revamped Skip LaCour with the body, with the message coming to you on this social media. And it's 10 times rewarding, and I'm 10 times more passionate. Maybe I could have taken the direct route and been all of that before. Maybe my way of thinking. Business, the same thing, right? I learned a lot of things about business and connecting with you, and what I'm realizing, the direct route. And that's something that you'll see. That's why I brought the MANformation podcast back, because I learned all these strategies. You may have noticed how there's so many more views and so many more likes and so much more engagement. And, that's what people like to measure social media, right? All of that stuff. And, that's influential. Nobody wants to eat in an empty restaurant. But what I realized, what I'm all about, what I'm all about isn't about the likes and the pats on the back and all of that. Because, I've been doing this on the internet for over 20 years and all the trophies. I got enough pats on the back. What I'm all about is directly changing your life. All right, that's what I'm all about, real change, and that's why I do this, right? And sometimes along the way when I got a little bit off course, the indirect route, right? That's why you'll see I'm going to be doing so many things in this coming year to help you directly, not indirectly, become the best you can be. One thing I want you to do is go to skiplacour.com/win. I want you to win the MANformation course. It's an 11-hour course, the Mindset and Actions of a Powerful Alpha Male Leader. It has videos, it has workbooks. It's on a members-only website. You get instant access, direct access, lifetime access, and it'll be the foundation to create that real change. Here's one thing I'm going to do today. I'm going to leave, something I tried yesterday, worked very well, is that I want you to direct message me right here on this social media platform. Direct message me. I'm going to go back and forth with you all day long with direct messaging. And with a couple people, because there were such quality questions, and we went back and forth. I ended up talking to them on the phone. So all day long, direct messaging. You can start doing that right now. Let's get this new year started off, right? Let me do another quick set here. I'll do the final sign off, and I'll acknowledge you for being here. Hello, Gunnar. Hello, Marco. You guys ready? You guys are ready to attack this new year? Again, whether you are one of those people who set goals for the coming year or you're anti-setting goals, there's a lot of motion going both ways. Like I said, whether you're really into setting goals for the new year or you're anti doing that. You should live your life with extreme passion all year long. These setting goals are for wimpy guys or whatever, right? Whichever way you are, somewhere in between, you can't help but hear everybody on social media talking about these goals, all right? So one thing I want you to do is go to skiplacour.com. I'll have the link put down below. I want you to listen to the top 10 best life lessons that I learned in 2017. Again, this is just from my personal experience and even talking to you through these live broadcasts. It's through the really hundreds of hours this year alone that I spent with dozens of men, talking to them one-on-one. I want to share all our experience. You'll be surprised how common they are. So as you gear up for this upcoming year, make sure you listen to that podcast. And that's the first MANformation Podcast in this round. The top 10 best life lessons that I learned in 2017. Make sure you go to skiplacour.com/win. I want you to give it to you. I want you to give you the MANformation course, the mindset and actions of a powerful alpha male leader. This is something that can really make your coming year a very productive one. All right, listen to that MANformation Podcast. Think about that message that I talked about, that the direct route is always the best route. And listen to my podcast where I'll be talking that in more detail. I'm going to build a rock solid case on maybe some reasons you need to think, rethink, setting up all your ducks and checking off a lot of boxes before you go for what you really want. You really take advantage of that emotion. All right, and direct message me all day today. Start that right now, right on this social media platform. I've got the MANformation Podcast. I got a couple one-on-one coaching clients, and then my wife and daughter are going to be going out for a special event and family. So I got my little boy with me. But all day long, I'm going to be taking your direct messages, going back and forth. I found that is probably one of the most effective things. I give out my phone number here. I let you guys schedule 10-minute sessions. Seems like you like the direct messaging a lot more. It's a more private setting, more intimate, rather than talking to me on the phone. So let's continue to do that. Start direct messaging me right now. Any question that you have, bodybuilding, training, MANformation, confidence, leadership, relationships, whatever you see me doing, you think, hey, I want that area of life. Maybe some things I don't even realize, but it's important to you. Make sure you send me that direct message. Start doing that right now. All right, guys, have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day. Think big and think bigger than getting bigger.
Being the man I want to be. Being the man I'd want my son to be. Being a man others would look up to and be inspired by. Being the man that I know I am, but have not figured out how to let out. But now I'm on my way. I'm letting it out.
He really just takes your thinking on that matter and forces you to look at what's holding you back and what you could possibly do better to further reach your goals. So anyone who really wants to just finally conquer one area of your life or even multiple areas of your life and just finally get it done and understand it and be able to master it, I definitely recommend Skip's coaching services.
Skip helped me cut off a huge section of time and helped me get everything so much faster, and help me find things that I really wanted.
He's literally a wealth of knowledge, but not only that, he literally knows what you're thinking, but even better, the mistakes that you're going to make and how to basically do a 180 and point you in the right direction so you can reach your goals as quickly as possible.
The advice you get will be so valuable, and it will enable you to make key distinctions which will propel you to succeed in any area of your life.
He's got me to think bigger, to push harder, and to actually get a lot more motivation than I've ever had before.
Skip LaCour, and I had actually learned a lot from him, and he's a great guy. I certainly would recommend his site and try to get some help from him if you are interested. He's offering a lot of stuff for people who are serious about improving themselves and really want to work at it. They're serious about working on themselves. He will help.
I'm taking on more risks. I'm challenging myself in ways that I never thought possible before.
The amount of change that made in me as a person and just becoming a better man was incredible. I just really love this stuff.
I remember I was just kind of holding back the tears when I got done, and it was like, oh my gosh, there is hope. There, I wasn't wrong. We can still take our business. I can still take my relationship. I can still have all this. This guy understands it. He's been there.
The knowledge and discipline and insight that I learned from him took everything that I do in my life to that next level. And that's what I really want you guys to understand is Skip LaCour is an amazing bodybuilding coach, but he is also somebody I look to as a life mentor, as basically a father figure who has been through those things that I haven't been through, who understands those things in life that I don't yet understand.
This coaching has been a great experience. It's taught me so much. I enjoy every minute of it.
There's not many people that I can say have influenced me or had an impact on my life as much as Skip has.